So I'm going to move my King Cobra. He's going to move 3 inches forward. Like that. And he's going to be firing at the chasseur.
I gotta kill that King Cobra.
Okay, and that's 17 inches right there.
Okay.
So he's going to be firing
Are you shooting at the Chevalier?
with his, yeah, the big dude.
Ooh, I take a -1 to my. I'm at -2 to my defense roll because
-2, and I'm at
damage
+1.
and moved.
I'm at +1 because he's in the open, and -1 because I'm shooting my heavy rocket. So I'm at flush. There we go. 6. So by
So
2,
I
so that's 40,
I go to a 4.
That's 40 damage right there.
That's my pile of casualties over here. So I can move stuff around with
They
it.
are piling up.
They are, as opposed to your one Black Mamba. But to be fair, I obliterated that thing.
You did. 1 shot, 1 kill.
100 damage in 1 shot. That was fun times.
No, that was pretty good.
I miss those days.
I'm going to move this little Jaeger here
Okay.
forward 5 inches. And he's going to shoot at this, I forget what his
Shoot
name
the
is.
Jerboa.
The Jerboa, correct. Okay. And I have a light autocannon. And let's see, the distance is 8.5 inches, so I am in optimal range.
Okay.
But are you in cover now? Is that
From that
anything?
point, oops, my finger out of the shot there. That other guy out of the shot. I would think, because even standing up, they're not that tall.
Okay, and I'm going to do the rapid fire thing, rate of fire.
Your rockets?
Yeah, no, has
With your
autocannons.
autocannon?
Right,
Okay.
so here we go.
So I'm a
6V, a 4, and you minus at all? Or?
I'm minus nothing.
Minus nothing. So it's a win by 2. So that's times 8. So that's 16 plus 2. So that's 18.
Point of damage on him.
1 point of damage.
Yep.
All
He's
right.
got armor 16. So
All right.
I
Well,
was like, oh god, 18 damage. That might be enough to kill it.
all right. Now this guy right here is going to move up 3 inches. Let's see. Yep. Right there. He's turning to face that same Jerboa. He's going to die.
Confident.
Well, I'm going to try to kill him. So there's 14.5 inches
Okay.
with my long range missile, or my heavy rocket pod.
That one does not have a heavy rocket pod.
Spinning, yeah, it does.
That one, you swap out the rocket pod for the field gun.
Right, the field gun.
So
which
you
has
can shoot with the
range.
field gun, or you can shoot with the very heavy autocannon there, the Gatling gun.
What does the heavy autocannon do again?
The very heavy autocannon is. Let's find it here.
You can pause it. Okay, we're doing the field gun.
Okay.
Here we go. That's a 5.
5 is my highest.
And you're no minus?
No minuses.
And I don't think I'm in minus either, so that's nothing. Okay.
Were you at any pluses? How far away were you?
I was under 30 inches, that's for sure.
Okay. So.
No pluses.
Yep.
You weren't in the open, so.
Nope.
Alright, so that means I have one more guy.
Yep. One more Cobra back there.
One more Cobra. He's gonna go.
I'm starting to realize a fully kitted out squad, like fire support team for the South, can be pretty devastating, actually.
Yeah.
So many heavy rocket packs.
Actually, he's just gonna come right here, and you can see that guy without any problems.
Cap my little.
That's 11 inches.
Okay.
So you're in the open, so that's +1.
Yep.
I'm in optimal range, so that's nothing. I move, but I don't get any bonuses.
So
it's just +1.
I'm at 0.
Okay. 5, 6,
5 to the 3.
So by 3, so that's
3.
times 20. That's 60 damage.
60 damage.
I think he did. Alright, and that is the end of my activation.
Alright. Alright, so I'm going to activate my general purpose team here. The first guy is going to be this dude. He's just going to move kind of right in here. Just so he's out of the way.
Okay. So you gonna shoot?
He is not, because he's in concealment, so that's not really worth it. This guy is going to activate his hover mode, so allows him to move 8 inches.
Hover.
Yep. So these guys, instead of having treads, they hover.
Cool.
And then he's going to shoot his light bazooka at the King Cobra. So 19 inches.
19 inches. How long, or is that optimal?
That is sub for a light bazooka.
Okay. The King Cobra is at -1 because he's just a big dude. Goes kind of slow.
So I'm at -1 as well for shooting suboptimal. So 4 is my best.
And mine is 4 as well.
Dang! Oh, I need to do so much damage to that thing. It's not even funny.
He's still around.
This guy's going to move up 4. Oops. Get him off that bit of terrain. And he's going to take a pot shot at that guy.
At the Jaeger.
Yep.
Okay, see how far you are.
He is at 17.
17 inches.
So I'm going to shoot him with... Well, you know what? Nuts to him. I'm going to shoot him with my rockets.
So you don't have to declare first. You can pre-measure and then declare what weapon.
I should have declared beforehand.
Okay, well I was just asking for enlightening purposes.
Yeah, usually you want to declare first and then measure.
Okay.
So I'm a -1 for shooting, for being suboptimal.
Okay, Jaeger, you moved, but he's at 0.
+1 because he's in the open.
Okay, sounds good. Here we go.
So
That's
7.
not much. 7.
So that beats you by what,
5. 5 times
5 times 12.
12. And the Jaeger, if you can see right here, he just has a 15. You can't really tell. Anyways, 5 times 12 is a lot. So
That's
I'm going to
enough to
say,
instant paste him.
boom!
Get out of here,
Yay,
nobody
the
likes
second
your kind.
kill.
Yeah, I'm up to 2. I'm only losing by like 800 points worth of stuff.
Yeah.
So this guy's going to move up, and he is going to shoot his rocket pod at that spitting cobra.
Okay, that's definitely not
20
optimal.
inches. So I'm at -1 for suboptimal.
Spitting
+1
Cobra,
for you being in the open, so I'm a wash.
and I'm at -1. Boom, there goes a 2.
So 6.
So 4.
So I beat you by 4 times 12.
4 times 12 is 48. And this guy's armor 21, so he beat it by 2. So he takes 2 damage.
He can't have much left.
Boom. Well, he has 4 boxes.
Oh, does he really?
Yep.
Oh, jeez. This guy will move up to here, and he'll shoot his rocket pod at that same spitting cobra.
Okay.
It's 21 inches, so still suboptimal.
So the pod is -1 and is in the open, right?
Mm-hmm.
So does he get any bonuses for moving or no?
No, so I'm -1 total.
-1 total. I'm at -1 as well. There's 6 and a 6, so we are washed.
So actually, something I want to mention, 'cause I keep hoping it's going to come up, but it doesn't. If you roll 2 6s on your attack, it's the 6 you get +1 for each additional 6 you roll. So if you have something that rolls like 3 or 4 attack, you can potentially just stack up numbers, and it can get pretty crazy.
Cool.
So that is
the activation.
that squad. Yeah, that's that entire unit.
Okay. Okay, here we go. So now I'm going to activate my Recon squad, which is the Black Mamba and 4 iguanas right over there. So they go 5 for combat speed. And I'm going to run through. Can I run through my guys? Is that a no-no?
Don't believe you can.
Okay, let's not do that then. Let's not complicate lives here. This guy's gonna run this way. 5. And then, let's see. He can still see that one dude right over there.
This guy here?
No, this guy.
Oh, you can still see the Jerboa, huh?
Yep, so that's 8 inches. So that's, I'm going to shoot my light rocket pod, so that's above optimal, so I'm at -1 there.
Okay.
I move, so that doesn't do anything. So -1 total.
Okay. I am at
Oh, -1. -2 because it's a rocket pod. So -1 for rocket pod, -1 for suboptimal.
And I am at +1. No, I'm not. I'm at +0. Forgot I moved walker speed.
Okay, so he's 0. So I'm going to use rate of fire 3. So that's a 4.
That's a 5.
So nothing.
Oh, you were at -2?
I was a -2.
Yes! Oh, I love it.
Alright, here we go.
Take
Here's
that,
the
iguana.
guys.
Stupid lizard.
So this guy's going to run this way right there. And
Take
now,
a pot shot at the bazooka.
actually, yeah, I do want to take out the bazooka. Thank you for
It's
reminding
got 2
me.
boxes left, so.
So this is 13.5, so also suboptimal. He's in the open, so it's +1, so I'm only at -1.
-1, I'm at 0 because he doesn't get a bonus for moving.
There's a 3.
6.
Nothing.
Ah, my guys are getting slightly more survivable.
The black mamba. He's gonna come over here, just like
Right
that.
up until this happens.
And he is going to be. Whoa, that was dangerous. Here you go. 15 inches away.
Okay.
And he gets a +1 when he moves. And he's the open, so it's +2.
-1 for the rocket.
suboptimal. So I'm
Is your rocket pod have a -1 accuracy?
Right.
So then you would be -2.
No.
You'd be -1 for the rocket pod, -1 for suboptimal, +1 for open,
So I'm a
+1 for
flush.
moving.
Alright, fine.
So we're both flush.
Oh,
We both roll a 1 and a 2. We are terrible.
Time to change dice. Alright.
I mixed them all back into a pile. I don't remember which ones were failing me yesterday anymore.
So this guy is coming up over here. He's also suboptimal, shooting at that guy.
Okay.
So he's at -2, +1 for your open, so -1.
Do you get a minus? Are you a -1 for moving? Oh, you're at suboptimal. Never mind.
Suboptimal.
So.
You rolled a 6.
Yep. I rolled a 6.
So nothing.
I actually got technically a 7. So this is what I was talking about.
Nice.
So there you go. I'm not
Alrighty.
just babbling incoherently about rules. They actually do come up.
So there is last guy. He'll take the last shot.
Okay.
He's at suboptimal.
So
Rocket
you're
pod,
-2.
-2.
I'm a flush.
Nothing.
5.
Oh man, that was. Well,
Yeah.
Recon squad.
Yeah.
They do recon, not shooting, I guess.
Well, one of the big things about heavy gear, and they even say this in the rule books and all, one of the best tips of the game is to try and stack positive modifiers in your favor. So shooting at suboptimal is always going to be a kind of a problem.
Obviously.
But
Yeah.
so you do have to get close to shoot a lot of the weapons. So
Yep.
I've got one squad left. Let's see what I can do with them.
See what he does.
All right, so I've got one squad left, which is my support team here. So we're gonna move the guy with the bazooka first. He moves 5 inches, and he's going to take a super long-range shot.
To
This guy.
that guy.
I would shoot at that one of your cobras, but they'll get covered. I just don't want to do that right now. So
Alright.
shooting the bazooka at 25 inches.
Assuming that's above.
That is suboptimal. So I'm a -1. I'm a +1 for moving though. So I'm a wash.
And I'm a +1 for movement. So that's a 5.
So
And
that's
he's
a
6, so he won by 1.
6.
So what's the damage modifier?
It is a damage modifier of 20.
20. So he takes 1 point of damage. Here we go.
Okay.
Boom.
So next up are going to be the rest of the squad. And this guy is going to move up here. And he's going to take a shot with his rocket pod at that spitting cobra back there.
Can you see him past the 1D right there?
Maybe not. I'll move this out of the way right there. Not that I can really crouch too well.
Kind of a straight shot.
You'll be getting cover like crazy.
Alright, so what does that do?
It will give me a minus. So I'll be at a -2 to hit you from that.
Okay, and he's only at -1 just because he's slowed.
I'm actually at -3 with the rocket pod.
Alright.
Geez, I'm at -4.
-4.
So I'm going to rate of fire all of it.
Okay.
So if I hit, it should do something.
Well, there's a...
Or there's a 0.
No, nothing.
Okay. Next guy. Didn't really work too well. This guy will move up here. And he will take a shot at the same cobra.
Alright.
So, -1 for the rocket pod, +1 for moving. So, -1 for sub-op. So I'm a -1.
How's the other guy -4?
He, actually it would have been -3, but he was shooting with a rocket pod, suboptimal, cover.
Okay.
So, I'm -1 on this one. 5.
I got 5.
Jerk. I just need to kill those things. This guy's going to move up here. And he's going to shoot his missile pod at this guy.
Okay.
27.
That might be above 24, isn't it? 624 infinity? That'd be my -2.
Light rocket pod? Yes. So that's
Minus.
-1 for distance, and then +1 because I moved.
But I thought it was the third bracket. It's another -1.
Oh, you are correct. So -1 total. Well, actually, I'm a wash because you're in the open from that guy.
Okay. You get a 5. You get a 6.
So that's
Another point of damage. 12. Oh, wait a minute.
on the Black Mamba.
Okay.
He has an armor higher as well.
Yeah, Black Mamba has armor 17.
Should have fired that one. Always forget about that. And this guy's just going to kind of move up. Hang out there.
And shoot at nothing.
No, he can't see anything, so...
Alright. Well,
that was my last team.
This is the battle so far. My army's back over there in that one corner. And his armor's over here in this strip.
So you've still got this squad here.
Yep.
These 4 dudes.
So I got my
and
strike squad
the Naga back.
and my Naga. Here we go. Alright, I'm going to activate my strike squad. Moving this guy 5 inches straight forward, like that.
Goodbye, Bazooka Joe.
Yep, he's shooting at the bazooka.
Okay.
He is at 8 inches.
So that should be optimal.
No, it's light rocket pod, so it's 624 infinity. So he's still.
Well, what about your autocannon? What would that be at?
The autocannon, that would be an optimal.
I would use that because then you don't have any minuses. It doesn't hit as hard, but it's stacking the roll in your
Let's
favor.
use the autocannon because he knows more about this game. So we gotta do the thing. So I move, so I get a +1. You're in the open, +2, and you're in optimal, so nothing. And then you.
I'm at a wash. That guy doesn't get anything. Oh no, he does get +1 to his defense. Fantastic.
So +2 is a +1. Here we go. I have a 7.
6. So you beat me by 1. What's the damage on the medium
just
autocannon?
So, yep.
Okay, so that is not enough to do damage.
Not enough. You tricked me.
I didn't.
Don't listen to this guy.
Yeah. See if I ever teach you to play another game.
That's right. See if I ever listen to you. Alright,
Nobody else around here does. Why should you?
This guy moves as well.
Okay.
Also 8 inches.
Okay. So that guy has the bazooka.
Yeah, he's doing a bazooka, so that's an optimal. And you're in the open, so that's +1.
Yep, so I'm +1 as well.
Okay, and I'm doing rate of fire. What's the bazooka rate of fire?
Which bazooka? It's a rapid fire
The rapid fire. It's 4?
It is. Let me check.
Okay, so rate of fire 2, so here we go. There's a 5.
There's a 4.
So I beat you by 1. The bazooka's modifier is?
It is a damage modifier of 14.
So 14 + 2, so 16 damage.
So it's enough to plink him once.
Okay.
So he's still kicking over there. He's hurting,
Still
but he's still kicking. So he's taking a -1 to his skill rolls now. So my defenses are going to be a wash.
This guy's coming up over here. He's going to shoot at this guy.
Shooting at the chasseur.
Chasseur. and he is at 9.5 inches.
I have no defense modifier.
Okay, and you're in the open, but then I'm also using a rocket pod, so that's a wash. So just straight up wash.
Got a 6.
Nothing. Alright, a whole lot of nothing. Okay, let's pause for a second. Alright, so now it's the Naga's turn. I'm gonna declare that he's stationary.
Okay.
And he's gonna fire his first light field gun to the bazooka dude.
Okay.
They're at 24 inches, so that's in my optimal range.
Yep.
So I get a +1 for
Because you're
being
not moving.
open, +1 for not moving. So that's +2 to me.
I'm a +1 for my. Oh, I'm a wash actually because I'm -1 for my damage.
So that's
So
6. So
That's
1.
my eyes. Light field gun is
22.
damage 22, so that's enough to plink him for 1 more. Oh no!
He's dead.
Does it kill him? Hold on. There might be hope. There might be hope. There might be. There's no hope. He's dead.
No. Alright, there's the first one. The second shot he's going to make, he's going to take the medium autocannon, and he's going to
You
fire...
can shoot another field gun.
I know, I have 3 actions, so I can
Oh,
shoot.
that's right. He has 3.
So
Stupid
he's going to
cheats.
he's at 18 inches.
Okay.
That is optimal for a medium autocannon.
Yep.
So I am also at a +2 right there.
I am at a wash.
That's
So
8.
4. So
So that's 4 times 10, 40 damage.
yeah, that's more than enough to kill him.
He's dead. And now comes the third light field gun. He's going to shoot at this guy, also at 22 inches. So, +2 again.
All right, I am a +1 for my defense, I believe. No, I am a 0 for my defense.
That's an
4.
8.
Ouch.
Yeah, that's 4 times 30, or 4 times 22. That's 88 damage.
Yeah, that's more than enough to kill him. So I've got 2 dead squads here. He's got 2 dead models. This is one more squad goes down, and I think I'm calling it game. Okay, so we're going on to turn 3.
Turn 3.
So the first thing is rolling the initiative. I'm getting +2.
Again, +0.
Oh no! I rolled a 1.
Oh, I'm stealing the initiative.
Oh no!
Oh, my
This is
goodness.
gonna hurt so bad. So Josh is taking first activation of turn 3. Oh man.
Oh wow, that was unexpected. I might activate this. Ready. All right. So I'm gonna activate my strike squad first, and I'm gonna have my bazooka guy stand still, and he's going to bazooka this guy to death.
Oh no!
Yep. So that's 11 inches, and optimal is 6. You said for bazooka.
For the rapid fire bazooka, it is 6, I believe. Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
So I'm stationary, so that's +1. You're in the open, so that's another +1. Except it's suboptimal, so it's -1. So +1 total for me.
I'm a wash.
He's a wash.
5.
6.
So
that's
1.
22.
22 for a rapid fire bazooka is 14.
14. Okay.
My guy is armor 14, so he takes point.
Takes a point. Boom.
There you go.
That was less than I hoped. Okay. Now I'm gonna move my black mamba
This is the part I don't like.
just right there, something like that. And he's gonna fire at this guy, and he's at 7 inches, so he's well under optimal. And so it's going to be +1 for me, +1 for your open, so that's +2 for me. That's 6. Oh, you're washed, dude? Alright, lucky. Alright.
Yeah, these little guys don't get any bonus for having moved.
So now
Unless
this
they move
guy,
at top speed.
This guy's moving through cover, so he gets a -1 to his movement.
Yeah.
So he's coming right over here like that.
Okay.
And he's also going to shoot at this guy, but he's at 8.5.
I like how your strategy is find one model that looked at you funny and then just murder it.
It's called concentrate your fire.
Okay.
So you're in the open. I'm using my rocket pads this time. So I'm -1, +1, so wash.
Yep. Then I am wash as well. 6.
4. Oh, you and your 6s. All right. The last guy is this guy. He's hurting a little bit, so he's going to come over here. Hopefully you get some cover. And he's going to use his light rocket pod as well against this guy.
Okay.
So that is 9 inches. So +1, -1.
So we're both.
And +1. This guy gets another +1 for moving, so he's actually +1. 7.
3.
I think he's dead.
So 4. Yeah.
Light rocket pod.
Yeah. I think it's like damage 12.
Something like that. It's actually, 12.
So yeah, he explodes.
That was my first activation. History.
Alright, so I'm going to activate my general purpose squad, what's left of it. So I got these 3 guys. So this little dude's going to move up 5. He's gonna go boop. And he's going to rocket pod him.
Okay, and they're beyond 6 inches.
Here's the range.
Yep.
Should have shot him with my auto cannon. Oh well. So I'm -1 for. So I'm -2.
And I'm at +1.
Ouch. This is a bad plan.
So I'm at 4 versus, well, okay, if you didn't
4
see
versus
it.
0.
4 versus
Okay.
0.
Note to self. Start using the auto cannons. So this guy's gonna sort of loop around here. He's gonna shoot at him with his auto cannon.
Okay.
So I am a wash.
I'm at +1.
5.
Oh, critical.
Jeez. So that's an 8.
That's an
You
8.
just rolled? Fantastic.
You ain't touching this guy.
This guy likewise will move up. And he'll shoot with his auto cannon at that guy.
Okay, here we go. There's 7.
You beat me again.
I'll beat you again.
Wow! Oh, this general purpose squad is not liking me today.
Alright, here we go. Now my fire support is going to move. I'm going to move my King Cobra right over here. Boom. And he's going to fire at this guy right there.
Okay.
He is at 13 inches, which is, with my heavy rocket pod, is 18, so it's optimal.
So he has a heavy and a medium?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So that guy is +1 for out and cover. I have -1 for
Moving.
shooting my rockets, and no
Oh,
modifier.
you don't take a modifier? So I'm a wash on defense.
I am a wash as well.
So I got 4.
Nothing.
Oh, man, we are rolling low today.
Alright, here we go. So
Yesterday, Josh was just rolling 6s and 5s all day long.
I had my share of 2s and 1s as well.
Yeah, you did roll Snake Eyes twice in a row on one of your big, heavy, valuable models.
So here we go. This again, we're at a foot. So +1, -1. And
So
you
I'm
are
a wash. So 5.
Oh, so close. Come on, fire support. Here we go.
I hope the fire support squad just whiffs everything.
Right there.
Then they'll know my pain.
And he's at 14 inches, so same thing. And there's a 6.
I got a 3 as my highest.
Alright, so that's modifier times 3. So that's 60 damage right there. Boom.
On this one?
That's that guy.
The general purpose squad. It's getting whittled
There's
down.
one. Now,
There's one guy for 3 rockets worth of shooting.
yeah. I'm going to move this guy right over here. And you can see them all, really. But he's going to fire at this guy. Bazooka dude. And he is 27.5 inches, so that's still optimal range.
Yep. Shooting your field gun.
Open, yes. So I'm at +1.
I am at +1 as well for moving.
He's at +1?
Or should be.
Okay.
He is. Yep. +1 for moving.
Here we go. We're on equal
Combat
standing.
speed. Oop. That die's dead to me.
There's a 6.
Oh god, a 3!
Oh, I think he's dead.
It's times 22. Yeah, he dies. Because that's what, 66?
Yeah, that's cool.
His overkill is 48.
Yep, there we go. Go fire support squad.
You might have just gotten this game. Not that you didn't get the game when you wiped out 2 of my squads. Alright, you done?
Yeah, I'm done.
So activating my strike squad, sans the bazooka. So this guy's going to activate first. He's going to move up 5. And he's going to fire his rockets at that spitting cobra.
We're at
22 inches.
22 inches.
So I'm a -2 on my attack, I believe.
I'm at a -1, just because he's slow and purposeful.
-2 plus, so I'm a -1 total.
So -1, -1. Here we go.
So
I have
4.
I have a 2, so that's by 2. And what's the damage modifier?
It's a damage modifier of 12, so that's 24 damage.
24, and he has an armor 21, so that's another point of damage.
I might kill him.
3. Hold on. No, he has 1 more, so he has heavy damage right now.
So he's now a -1 to his skill checks.
-1 to skill checks.
So this guy's going to move up. And he's going to do the same thing. He's just going to pop him with a rocket.
Alright.
So -1 again for me.
-1. So
Oh, no!
3.
Dang it. This guy will move his 5. Actually, he'll move up here between these two.
And there.
Take a shot at him.
Okay, still longer. Yeah.
So it's still -1 total.
Okay. I rolled a 3, he rolled a 4. That's 1. So that is
like 12 damage.
12 damage. He laughs. Ha 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 ha.
And then this last guy here is going to move his 5. And he's going to shoot his missile at that one.
That guy? Yeah. Okay.
Hopefully take him down.
This guy's at a +1.
I'm -1 again.
So here we go. I have a 5 and a 4. Alright.
So that's everything. Oh man, you still have 2 squads left?
I'm going to have 2 squads left. The Recon squad, I'm not sure what they're going to do. They're kind of just in buildings. But that guy, I know what he's going to do.
Oh, you haven't fired the Naga this turn, have you?
Nope, not yet. Here he comes.
Oh, that's right, you moved up your strike team.
Dun, dun, dun. Alright, so I'm going to do some indirect firing with my artillery from the Naga. I'm going to target this guy right there. So he is at 24 inches. And by the way, my artillery fire will have a 1-inch effect, which will hit this guy as well.
Yep. So you'll get both of them.
Yep. And all I have to do is roll a 5 on one of these 2
And you
dice.
have to take in all your modifiers into account. So you get a +1 because you didn't move.
Right.
I'm not in cover. You're still in optimal range. So you're a +1. So you need to roll 5.
Oh yeah, not actually +2 because you're out in the open, right?
No, that does not apply to
Okay, not
indirect fire.
Okay, here we go.
At least from what I can
+1.
see.
Oh, there we go.
So
There's
that hits.
a very good hit.
And then let me double check and see if I get any defense.
Alright, so you do roll defense.
Yep.
This guy has a +1, this guy's a 0, so go ahead and roll.
So we'll go
Separately?
with the 0 first.
So he will
So
take a difference of 4. I'm pretty
He
sure
will
he's
die.
dead.
And then this guy is a +1.
Yeah.
So
5,
that's a
difference of 2.
difference of 2.
So
So
that's
that's
60.
60
Right, isn't it 30 times 30? The light field gun?
times 22, I think.
My bad.
So that's
Alright,
still
44.
44. That's still, I believe, enough to kill him. Let me double check that. So I know you guys can't see it, but he has an overkill 48. So he's still kicking. He's just, severely damaged here.
Alright, well, the other indirect fire is going to go against these guys right over here.
Okay.
So he is at 30.5 inches, so that is
Still
just
optimal.
over.
Is it?
Yeah, so
Oh,
I'm a
wow.
wash. I'm a wash.
So you're a wash. No, you're.
A wash.
Oh yeah, +1 for not moving.
Minus
and then
one.
-1 for that. Yeah. So my
There we
bad.
go.
So you
So-
succeed. No, you
No, I
fail.
don't. Nothing. Oh, ever so
So
close. So
let
don't
me.
worry about it.
Oh no, it deviates
Oh, it deviates.
if you missed.
Sweet.
So let me check deviation rules real quick.
Alright, so artillery deviates if you miss. So I targeted this guy, so it's centered on him, and you
It's
go 1d6 plus the
margin of failure.
margin of failure, which is 1 in this case. So I'm going to roll the margin, that's
So it's going to be 7 inches.
7 inches, so I'm kind of hoping it goes this way, I don't know.
So then how you determine where it deviates,
Nah,
it's
exactly.
base, yeah, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
So it goes
So
on
the
5,
five.
it just comes
So
over
it's-
here, boom.
yeah.
So it's
Nothing.
nothing. Okay, and his last action.
Oh, that's right, he still has a medium model
He has
cannon.
a third action. He's going to run.
I miss my guys that had 2 actions.
He's going to go 12 inches because he's going to just do that.
So you're going to go top speed?
Top speed. Whoa! He's magnetized, by the way.
Yes.
Yeah, check that out.
The Naga is kind of precariously
Yeah.
built there, but yes. So the field guns are magnetized because the standard Naga comes with anti-tank missiles.
Anti-tank missiles.
So.
And so Spencer.
I have nothing left.
Yeah,
I have no
let's
activations.
call this.
I think I'm going to call it game. Josh, good game, my man.
Good game, Spencer.
It's been fun.
Now,
So
take a look at the battlefield really quickly.
So-
That's what we have left.
I have the remnants of my. This group's actually in pretty good shape. So my support team, my support squad. I have a lone guy from my GP squad. You still got
I
your
still
entire
have-
fire support squad.
Yep, my entire no.
No, the Jaeger from the fire support team is dead. That's
Yep,
right.
the Jaeger is dead, and then I have my entire Recon squad.
Your entire Recon squad.
My
This
Naga's
guy
intact.
lost its guy. Naga's intact. I did do some damage. I just couldn't quite keep up the firepower.
Couldn't pinch it off.
So my casualties over here are pretty impressive. So both of these guys. I was really hoping the Hussars would last longer because
Well, I knew
I've
they
wanted to
couldn't.
use them for so long. I know. I should have put them behind the building and made the Recon squad come after them.
Let's pause for a second. Okay, so now Spencer's going to give us some of his thoughts as to what he would redo, what he would add, what he liked, what he disliked in an MVP.
So, well, I'm going to start with my MVP. My MVP is probably going to be my general purpose squad. They got wiped out at the end, but they managed to do enough that, I mean, they managed to plink away at some of these guys, and they probably did the most damage overall of any unit I had. So, my least valuable player, of course, goes to these guys, who promptly died in a single turn. But they're so cool looking.
Okay, so what about tactics?
Tactics, well, for starters, I would have looked at the book closer because I realized I was missing 2 bazookas because the new Cold book is laid out differently than the other books. So I looked at it last night, I was like, oh, I'm missing so much firepower from this army. So my GP squad and my support squad should have actually had another bazooka each. So that would have helped. I definitely would have put these guys, the Hussars, somewhere where they were a little safer. I either would have put them back here or up behind this building. I grossly underestimated the strength of his strike squad. There's no doubt about that. I wasn't expecting them to wipe one of those guys out. And I would probably just hold back a little more. I'd probably stick to cover a little bit better. I didn't have a whole lot of cover to work with, but what I did have, I didn't really use, which was definitely a bit of a folly on my part. But I had fun. New Coal is definitely an interesting faction. I think if I were to change any units, I would probably change the Hussars to having field guns, so they could sit back here and just artillery stuff if they needed to. But other than that, there wasn't really much else I could do. So. Cool. All right, Josh. So
Yeah,
I'm going to move over so I'm not.
First, my impressions on the game. It was really fun. The core rules are different than 40K. Similar, it has similarities to 40K, similarities to Infinity, other types of battle tech. That was one of my favorite games back in the day. And I really like the feel of the game. It's a bunch of big giant robots in a city just duking it out.
And one of the things you have to remember, as far as this video goes, we were just doing like the very basics.
Very basic.
Because there's still a lot, like you can do stuff like airstrikes, which are fun, but this was a very basic sort of teach everybody how to play a game. So
Yeah, we didn't even count the points. We just grabbed
yeah,
models.
I just grabbed models that I figured looked equal, which is why I ended up being short 2 bazookas, because I'm stupid. So who's your MVP, Josh?
My MVP, well, I have 2 MVPs. One, the
Well,
strike
you only
squad.
get one.
I get 2.
You can't have
I
2
get
most
2.
valuable
I get
players.
2.
Oh, you
I
cheater.
get 2. Because the fifth guy died, so this guy gets, to take his place.
No.
Anyways,
Throw
between the
one of these
strike
buildings
squad,
at you.
Between the strike squad and the Naga, I think I wiped out more than half his army.
Yeah,
So
the strike squad taking out a Hussar on turn 1 was quite impressive.
Now, one thing is, I won the roll-off to see who deployed first. I made him deploy first, and then I saw that he kind of spread himself out. And so, I saw the Hussars were out in the open, and I knew from the very beginning, just because how they looked, they had to die. So I
always try and kill the biggest thing.
So I deployed in a denied flank fashion, and I just concentrated on one side and just piecemealed his whole army, just boom, 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 boom. And I figured, you know, in any game, that is a valid tactic. So that's what I did. And,
I got outplayed. I won't deny it. I set up poorly. I was expecting you to try and use these buildings back here for some cover and try and flank up, and you didn't.
But yeah, this strike squad, super good.
Yeah,
super good.
They are.
And the Naga killing 3 dudes in one turn.
Yeah.
1 for each of his weapons.
Yeah. He kind of petered out on that last attack, but.
Yeah, he did. But hey, you know what? He did.
Yeah, he killed one guy over there.
Kill another guy.
And it's such a cool looking model.
It is.
So, who would you say your least valuable player was?
The Recon squad.
Yes.
They couldn't do
Did they
anything.
kill anything?
They didn't. They couldn't hit anything.
Yeah, they.
But you know, I don't blame them. They were supposed to outflank the Hussars. I didn't expect to kill them first turn.
Yeah.
I thought they were a lot tougher than that, or I was less lucky. So I was gonna outflank them with the Recon squad, and well, they ended up being out in the middle of nowhere.
Recon squads like that generally are really good against infantry and like APCs and light tanks because they can move up and get up on them.
Yeah.
So like the deployable pack guns that the iguanas are carrying, they don't hit very hard, but against infantry they can pretty much insta-kill stands. So
Cool. Cool. Yeah. So I mean, it was a fun game. Thank you, Spencer.
you're very welcome.
Yeah.
And I hope that that everybody else enjoyed. Clearly, if I made any mistakes, let us know. If you have any questions, ask them in the comments. I'll gladly answer them, either through YouTube or in a video. So I hope you all enjoyed. Please let us know if you want more heavy gear, because I'm dying to get my own army together, and I would love to play some more. So hope you guys had fun. Hope you guys enjoyed.
Thank you
another
to
look
our
at the card.
customer that let us use this.
Your models are fantastically done, by the way. I think these are all done at level 3, maybe level 4.
Level 3.
Level 3, so yes. Thank you to our client who let us use his army. It was really cool, and I'm really glad I got a game in, so hope you guys enjoyed.